Next, we talk about team organizations. Team organizations relies most exclusively on project type teams with little or no underlying functional hierarchy. People float from project to project as dictated by their skills and the demands of those projects. Well, at Cyprus Semiconductor, TJ Rogers refuses to allow the organization to grow so large that it can't function at that size. Whenever a unit or group starts getting so large, he simply splits it into smaller units. Therefore, the organization is composed entirely of small units. This strategy allows each unit to change direction, explore new ideas, and try new methods without having to deal with a rigid bureaucratic structure. Although the few large organizations have actually reached this level of adaptability, Apple Computer and Xerox are among those moving towards it. Virtual organization. Closely related to the team organization is the virtual organization. A virtual organization has little or no formal structure. Typically, it has only a handful permanent employees, a very small staff, and a modest administrative facility. As the needs of the organization change, its managers bring in temporary workers, lease facilities, and outsource basic support services to meet demands of each unique situation. As the situation changes, the temporary workforce changes in parallel with some people having the organization and other enterings. Facilities and subcontracted services also change. In other words, virtual organizations exist only in response to its own needs. Global Research Consortium is a virtual organization. GRC offers research and consulting services to firms doing business in Asia. As clients request various services, GRCs staff to three permanent employees subcontracts the work to an appropriate set of several dozens independent consultants and researchers with whom it has relationships. At any given time, therefore, GRC may have several projects underway. With 20 or 30 people working in a various project, with 20 or 30 people working on various projects, as the project change, so too does the composition of the organization. And we can in fact illustrate a hypothetical virtual organization. Next, we move on to the learning organization. When we talk about the learning organization, well, to an extent, it is so called learning organization, but there could be other ideas about it. They work to integrate continuous improvement with continuous employee learning and development. Specifically, a learning organization works to facilitate lifelong learning and personal development of all of its employees while continually transforming itself to respond to the changing demands and needs of the businesses. While managers might approach the concept of learning organization from a variety of perspectives, the most frequent goals are improved quality, continuous improvement, performance measurement. The idea is that the most consistent and logical strategy for achieving continuous improvement is to con- constantly upgrade employee talent, employee skill, and employee knowledge. For example, if each knowledge into work related practice, continuous improvement will logically follow. Indeed, organizations that wholeheartedly embrace this approach believe that only through constant employee learning they can continuously improve themselves as the situation occurs. In recent years, many different organizations have implemented this approach on various levels. We can take an example of Shell Oil Company, who recently purchased a Shell Learning Center, the facility based at the headquarters.